All right, let's check this out, guys. Oh, for God's sakes, my eyes suck. Can you tell me which... God, I'm jittery from coffee.
Now to pretend and make up an ending somewhere far away.
Here's one thing that is true. I think that Ronnie James Dio's best ever song was his very last song, which is called Bible Black, off the Heaven and Hell record. How many artists can say that their last single was among the best? To me, it's the best. I love that song. Thank God I remember to say that on here, because it's totally true. You can put it on, thank me later.
This world I see, who are you and who are me?
The fact that Ronnie got back together with Tony and Geezer and Vinny, I'd never known him quite so zen.
This was exactly the way it was supposed to be, just like the early days. It was just like heaven and hell again. And it was just so much fun. It was just, wow.
Everybody was absolutely kicking their ass and being friends. Everybody was having such an amazing time together.
And you could tell, even Iommi would smile occasionally.
It was really great because we'd gone through a lot together over the years, and you get to appreciate things a lot. Sometimes you can't see it when you're involved in it, but later on you think, oh, wow, that was great, you know.
We'd sort of grown out of all our miserable days.
Life's too short now. You realize as you get older, you go, why carry a grudge or be unhappy?
We realise, you know, you don't get these kind of friendships, really good, strong friendships. They're so hard to get.
So this is a wonderful, wonderful time of all of our lives. Heaven and hell has made a great difference in just my attitude as a human being now.
Heaven and Hell took off. It was killer.
Got a great reception. The album did really well.
Heaven and Hell embodied a time when the big, major, important heavy metal stars were authentic. They didn't learn it from the bands that came before. They didn't learn it from MTV. They invented it.
Heaven and Hell is an important band because they came along at a time when you need a kick in the ass. And here's this man, all these years later, still loving what he does to do as a legendary singer. That's remarkable, considering we go all the way back to the Red Caps.
It was like all the chickens were coming home to roost, and Heaven and Hell was as much about the culmination of his journey, his music, his universe, the love he gave out every night he walked on stage. It seemed to me that Heaven and Hell was the encompassment of all that good stuff.
It was awesome. I went to a couple of different shows. There he was in 20,000-seat arena again. It's like, you're back home, man.
Thank you!
It was absolutely fantastic. Everybody was enjoying what we were doing. And I remember sitting with Ronnie and saying, you know, do you fancy doing another album? He said, yeah, I'll be up for that. But of course, we never did.
This is Damien with BlackSabbath.com here, backstage with Ronnie James Dio after performing the last show on the tour. Ronnie, sum up the tour for us. How was it?
It was tiring. It was every show was great as always. This band never is not great. It was very productive. We've been on the road for such a long time now. You know, the music made all the difference. The shows we did made all the difference, and that's why we do it. So I guess all in all, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10.
And is that half point because of a little bit of sadness that now the tour is ending, or is this actually the beginning, the start of something new?
You always think, gee, maybe I'm going home. Oh, well, what am I going to do when I get home? Maybe we should have done more of that. Of course, there's always sadness for that, but we'll do more, and we'll probably do another album, and I'm sure we'll certainly do another tour. And for me, I know nothing else other than to play.
Yeah, it's on the last, we didn't know it was the last tour at the time, Heaven and Hell. Before he was going on stage, he'd be like doubled up some nights, terrible pain in his stomach. We're going, come on, Ronnie, go and see a doctor. He was going, no, it'll pass. And he'd go on, and as if nothing was going on when he got on stage, he was just the usual runner. He wouldn't let it interfere with him. And then he'd come off and he'd be doubled up in pain.
He'd had problems for about a year of indigestion, so he did a blood test. The doctor called me and he said, it's not good news. When we first found out that he had cancer, the two of us cried all night. My life fell apart then. Actually, Ronnie was comforting me that night when we both cried. He was comforting me because I was hysterically crying. I just couldn't think of life without Ronnie. You know, I mean, I just couldn't think of life without Ronnie at all. And he was comforting me, telling me, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay.
Every time I tried to express concern and direct the conversation towards what he was dealing with and let him know that I loved him and I cared for him and I was there for him if I could do anything for him, a lot of the conversation was about him lifting me up and making me feel good. Where I was supposed to be doing that to him, as much as I tried, that kept coming back to me.
Ronnie lost the eyesight in one of his eyes. Also, his hand started shaking as well.
Did he lose his voice?
No, never lost his voice, no. No, that would have killed him.
A heavy metal music icon is in Houston, dealing with some serious health issues.
The staff are just so wonderful. They're just the best people on it, as you can see.
This is the Ronnie James Dio few people have ever seen. He's a bit soft-spoken. He's relaxed. Dio has stomach cancer.
You know, I've been poked and prodded in holes I didn't know I had before, and they probably made a few new ones that I don't even know where they are. I'm lucky that I am a very, hard person and strong within my beliefs.
Dio calls this experience something to roll with.
I refuse to be beaten in any way, shape, or form, so I'm going to beat this too. I just want to get better. I just want to be cured,
They were trying a lot of experimental drugs on him. His eyesight came completely back. His hand stopped shaking.
Wendy Dio is always with him. The treatment seems to be working. She says the tumor in his stomach is getting smaller.
We used to call it killing the dragon. We used to skip down the halls going, we're killing the dragon, we're coming to kill the dragon.
And the Golden God goes to Ronnie James Dio!
About the Golden Gods, I remember very much that, because that was the night that we thought, this is it, he's back on track.
It's great to be back amongst people again. It's been a little while since I've been able to do that, but feel pretty good. Can't wait to get back on the stage again. Thank you. I love everybody. Thanks a lot.
Dio, yeah, they were chanting because I think that they also were being as positive as I was. It's all going to be over, it's all going to be a bad dream.
During Angry Machines, the first record I ever made with him, the record was done and he came in and he said, I want to do one more song. And I thought, oh, really? You mean, I thought he meant, bring the whole band in. And he said, oh, no, it's just going to be just me and some piano. And I thought, oh, okay, cool. And he just went out and sang that song, This Is Your Life. There are people in this world that there are people that make the world a better place.
Who cares what came before? we were only starlight. One day, then
And he was one of them.
because we're whispers in the wind.
He was in the hospital. Everybody left. I slept on the bed with him, holding his hand. It was like 7:15 in the morning, and he just like shot up and looked at me. And I was calling the nurse. It's fine. What's happened? And then he died. It was like almost like he said goodbye.
This is your life, this is your time. What if the flame won't last forever? This is
Ronnie and I had a mutual friend that called me, and I heard him in tears, and he just said to me, he's gone. And, sorry, because it's still... Ronnie was that special, man. All these years later, it can still hit you.
He was the heart and soul of so many things, so much music. You don't always see that while it's happening because you feel like there's gonna be more. When Ronnie died, there wasn't more. There's not more Ronnies out there.
He was the real deal. That's who he is. To me, it's all about is. Ronnie still is. In my head, in my ears, yeah, in my heart.
Most importantly, the music is what lets us know that Ronnie is alive and living with us. Ronnie's beautiful messages in his songs, you know, they're lifting people, they're helping people get through their own challenges. These are the beautiful elements of Ronnie that will live forever. That's why he's everlasting.
And that's one of the things he once said to me. He said, the important thing, he said, isn't just what you do and what you learn. He said, you've got to pass it on. Then you've lived a life worth living. I know he passed his message on to millions of us. The message is, if you do put your heart and soul into something, no one can take that away from you. If you really have something to say, if you have that love in your heart, that really is the most important thing.
There's a quote that I live by that Ronnie definitely nailed. It's from Horace Mann, the educator. He said, "Be ashamed to die until you've won some victory for mankind." Ronnie ought not be ashamed.
This is your life, this is your time. Look at your world, this is your life.
I still talk to him, but it's not like talking to him, you know. I miss him. The fans are still there. I'm sure Ronnie would love to know that. He would love to know that his memory is still there. He's not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten. I will never allow him to be forgotten as long as I live. I believe in reincarnation. I think you have to be the ultimate being before you get to that point. You have to keep coming back till you get it right. I think Ronnie got it right. I really think he got it right.